Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today I am back with another plan with me. This is from the week of the 6th to the 12th of February using this kit from Plannerface. This is the Spa Day kit, which was the November 2022 mystery, and I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code CAT10 to save 10% on your orders and add my name and notes to seller to pick up my freebie. I'm also using a silver foil bundle from Squirrel Prints Co. I didn't use a ton of foil with this one. I didn't use any bottom washi or anything like that, so not a ton. And yes, I am watching myself again in this video. I am filming these plan with me, well, I'm doing the voiceover slightly out of order, so I'm doing this one after the plan with me I did 2 weeks ago, in which I was also watching a video of me. So I was just rewatching an old flip through of my planners. I really like to just go down memory lane with myself sometimes, you know. So I do sometimes watch back just those like particular old videos that I do. So that's what I was watching. So yes, this was the November 2022 mystery from Plannerface. It's one of my favorites we've ever done. We had the mood board built for this one. I pretty much did the mood board for this one, at least until the initial stages before Anna takes over at the final part before it goes to the artist. But I'd done the bulk of this one, and this had been a mood board since we first started doing mysteries, but it just always got pushed out for other themes, and then we finally found a place for it in November, and I'm so glad we did because I'm obsessed with how it came out. The artist did such a good job with the art. The colours are absolutely gorgeous. Like, looking at this week, I feel relaxed, and I love it when that happens with a spread. It just, I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about feeling like you can just completely relax in your planner. That's just the best feeling. What was not relaxing though is this bottom washi. So let me talk about it. So I don't always use the 15mm washi from Plannerface. I really like the way Anna does bottom washi. She does one big one and one very small strip. And I like that. I don't feel the need to use the 15mm all the time. But if the 15mm is a design that I really like, then I do like to use it. And this 15mm is one of my favourite ones ever. So I wanted to make sure I used it. But I just kind of messed up the bottom part. So I typically don't cut. Anna puts a little line. She tells you where to cut the bottom washi. There's no excuse for getting it wrong. But I cut my bottom washi bigger than the line that Anna puts usually because I think it looks better in my planner. But this one did not look better because the pattern cut off at the point where Anna's line was. So it looked a lot better. So I did have to like cut it. I put it on the page. I was like, that doesn't look great. I had to peel it off. Thank goodness for removable paper. And I then trimmed it down to where Anna recommends, so she was right. But yeah, so that was a little bit painful to do for this one. I did also have to add an extender on Saturday. Well, we'll talk about it, but yeah, I did need a lot more space on that day, so that's why there's an extender there. So let's get into the day by day. So with all of my plan with me's, I don't talk about where each of the stickers are from. If you would like me to, I can. It would make the plan with me's longer, so it kind of depends what you are all interested in, so let me know. But most of my stickers are from Plannerface, Squirrel Prints Co., Once More With Love, Coffee Monsters Co., Papershire, that's Joy of Planning. That's pretty much where most of my functionals are from, with the odd ones thrown in from other shops. And I will link to all the shops I commonly shop from in the description. I've hauled every sticker I've received in at least the last 3 years on YouTube, so you can always check that out if you want to. But if you ever want to know where a particular sticker is from, please feel free to ask. I'm always happy to help if I know where it's from. Sometimes I will have stuff in my reusable album, so I don't always know, but like 99% of the time I'll know where the sticker is from. So on Monday, I marked that it was really cold in the office. So we are getting up to when it snowed, but we're not there yet. But it does snow in February in the UK. So I do have, or in March. No, maybe it snowed in March actually. So it wasn't actually linked to the weather. It was just that something like the aircon was broken or stuck on really cold on. And the director of our department sent out an email, but I don't read my emails on the train or anything. So if an email goes out at 7 a.m, well, I'm rocking up to the office at 9. I'm not going to have read it. So it was very much being like, work from home if you can, but I didn't see it. And it was just so cold. It was so cold. But I needed to be in on Monday anyway. But I don't think I really had, like, I can't really work in a winter coat. It just doesn't feel ideal. And I didn't have multiple layers with me. So it was not the one on Monday. But that sticker from Plannerface, the little, like, mitten with the heart, is very cute. So it's all okay. Then I marked that I had meetings. I've said this before, but I tend to just mark meetings if I don't have much else to put in the day. I don't mark the specific meetings. But if I have a meeting heavy day, I'll just put meetings. Then I marked that we went to see Kermode in 3D. So Mark Kermode is a film critic, and he does a live show once a month on a Monday where he has like guests and talk about upcoming film releases or recently released film releases. And they were in very quick succession because I think the January one was late and then the February one was back to its normal time. So I'd actually only been like 2 weeks earlier. But yeah, so I went to that with my dad. But I didn't go out for dinner because I was just so tired. I had so much on. It was a really busy week. So I've written Costa and chill because I must have picked up a Costa from somewhere. I don't really remember where, but I must have picked up a Costa. And then I marked that I was reading Written in the Stars, which I was still reading. This book took me quite a few weeks to read. If I don't love a book, it's going to take me a while to read. But it's basically a sapphic romance about Darcy and Elle. They get set up on a date. It doesn't go well. And but they agree to continue to fake date, basically. And it's absolutely everything I should love in a book, but it just didn't work for me. And then I marked that I had late night lasagna. I love those lasagna stickers from Papershire. It does not go with this spread because the red tomato sauce is... yeah, it just doesn't go. But if you have lasagna, you have to use the lasagna stickers. I really wish that Zenny would come out with more pasta stickers in more pastel colorways. That's 100% what I need in my planner. So then on Tuesday, I marked that the office was still really cold with this cute little character from Whimsical Cat Studio. I felt like just really matched the theme of the spread. Then I marked that I had a really busy day. I don't remember with what, but we were approaching my busy period at work, so I assume it was just prepping for that. Then I marked that I had a smoothie because I went and stayed overnight in Colchester for work before an event on Wednesday. And so going to Colchester from where I work, you get trains from Liverpool Street and they have a Boost smoothie bar at Liverpool Street. So I made sure to make use of that. I don't love traveling for work anymore. It's very much a part of my job. Less so now I'm the manager, but it has formed a big part of my job for most of the 7 years I've worked there. But I don't love it really anymore. But if I can go from Liverpool Street and get a smoothie, it's significantly more fun. So yeah, at least there was like that selling point. Then I marked that I had Pizza Express. I just had that ordered to my Premier Inn hotel because the Premier Inn that I was staying in, so Colchester's basically just on a hill, so the hotel was at the bottom of the hill and everywhere to eat was up the hill, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I ordered takeaway to my hotel. Then I marked that I had a shower. I mark showers as space fillers. I don't mark every time I have a shower. And then I marked that I called Stuart because I was away, and so we do like to speak even if we're not together. And then I marked that I was still reading Written in the Stars, but this is the day I finally finished it, so go me. Then on Wednesday, I marked that I had a cooked breakfast, just a standard Premier Inn cooked breakfast. They're not too bad, the hash browns are all right. Then I left a little bit early because the event that I had to be at didn't start until 10. So I could have stayed in my hotel later, but obviously I'd finished my book. And so I thought, I'm going to treat myself to a new one, which I don't know why I didn't just bring a second one from home. I have over 2 bookcases worth of books. I absolutely don't need another book. But anyway, so I went to the Waterstones in Colchester and I picked up another book called The Dating Plan. And this is also a fake dating. I called this, when I was doing my reading journal for Q1, I called this like fake dating February because I read a string of fake dating books. It's a trope I particularly like reading, but it basically is about this character called Daisy who ends up fake dating her sort of like childhood best friend Liam because she wants to keep her aunties off her back and she wants to like make her ex-boyfriend jealous. And Liam has this weird clause in his will from his granddad that he needs to get married in order to get access to his family brewery. It's an absolutely ridiculous story, but it was kind of fun. And I read it a lot quicker than Written in the Stars. And I had my event in between those things, but I didn't mark that. Then after that, I had a presentation that I gave in the evening, but again, I didn't mark what that was for because it's linked to my job. And then I marked that I made a gusto meal, and those gusto meal scripts are custom from Plannerface, so unfortunately you can't pick those up. Then on Thursday, I marked that I had meetings all day. Thursdays are often very heavy meeting days because I split my one-to-ones with my team. I usually do 2 on a Monday, 2 on a Thursday. So Monday and Thursdays often fall very meeting heavy. Then I marked that we went to Shake Shack with my mum and dad ahead of going to see The Mousetrap. So The Mousetrap is an Agatha Christie play, and it's the longest running play in the West End. And we went to is that 29,000? Yeah, 29,012th performance of it. And it was really fun to, like, it's really cool because they like put the number of the performance every day, and I got it our program stamped, because they will do a stamp of the show that you're on every day, which is really cool. And it's really fun. I have seen it before, but I didn't remember who did it. So that was good because it's a murder mystery. I didn't remember who did it, so that was good. And yeah, it was a really nice evening. And we saw, what's the film called? See How They Run, which is based on the Mousetrap that had come out in 2022, and we went to see that with my parents. So that was actually why we ended up booking the Mousetrap, and we got a discount, so even better. But then unfortunately I marked that there were train delays, because there are always train delays or train strikes, etc. The train service is very hit and miss, so I marked that. And then I marked that I had cake and watched YouTube. What a good way to celebrate once getting home. Then on Friday, I put that I had a meeting with Jilly, who is a new person at my work. And so it was like my first time meeting her. It turns out she lives really near me, which is really funny. We didn't realise that until later on in the call. So I marked that I was meeting her. Then I marked that I had the dentist. So I think this appointment was not too bad, but I am not very good at flossing. And when I say not very good, I mean I don't do it. I use a water flosser, which I'm a bit better with, but I just don't like flossing. I don't like having my fingers that near my teeth or anything. But they continuously have a go at me about it. And my dentist has a way about him which does not convince me to do the thing. It just makes me feel like he's having a go at me, and that never works for me. So I don't love my dentist. Then I marked that I had a productive afternoon, but then I ended up working late, so clearly I was so productive that I felt a need that I should keep going. I'm a bit better with work-life balance at the current point in time when I'm doing this voiceover. Then I marked that I made a gusto meal, and I love that I marked it with the flag. I barely used the flags, but I loved the pattern. So it like convinced me to use the flag, and here I am currently on screen fluffing about putting the flag in. But it does look really cute, so I'm glad I did it. And then I marked that I watched The Apprentice, which was normally on a Thursday, but I watched it on the Friday because we'd been out at the Mousetrap on the Thursday. So I'm going to start talking about Saturday because it was a longer day, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to lay it down, so I'll start speaking about Saturday because there's more to say. So the Valentine's Day is the week after this spread, and Stuart and I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day. This weekend was the weekend that everyone else was at Palentine's, which was a planner festival in Peterborough. And I really, really resented Palentine's being selected as Valentine's weekend. I just really didn't like that was the weekend that it had been picked for. And I didn't want to spend Valentine's weekend not with Stuart. So I decided not to go to Palentine's. And so instead, we went away for Valentine's. We hadn't even booked anything for a while. We booked this quite last minute. But I was very conscious that I had chosen not to go to Palentine's. And I didn't want to be sat at home getting messages from everybody having a great time with me and Stuart having not gone and done something. So I made sure we went away. So we went to Horwood House, which is a really nice spa hotel in Milton Keynes, which is near us but not near us. It's like several towns away, but it wasn't like having to drive halfway across the country or anything. And yeah, so we went there, and it was a really, really nice experience. The hotel is lovely, but even better, they upgraded our room, which was great. And we had no idea it was going to happen, but we thought it would be busier than it was. And it wasn't dead or anything. There were definitely people there, but we booked quite last minute and on a deal, I think. So we really weren't expecting to get upgraded. But yeah, when we got there, they were like, we've upgraded your room to a suite. And the suite was so nice. It had like basically a mini living room with like a sofa and stuff and like a separate bedroom. It was so nice. I would definitely stay there again. I would really recommend it. I think they were in part upgrading people because they wanted you to like review them and stuff, which I very much did. I did a whole little Instagram story thing for them, so it worked. But yeah, really, really enjoyed that experience. So we predominantly went for the spa, but they had an afternoon tea there. So we went for the afternoon tea before the sauna and steam room. So we had the afternoon tea at about 1, and then the sauna, we went for the massage at 4. So we went in the sauna and steam room in between that. And the afternoon tea was really good. So Stuart's vegetarian, and I think we definitely put that he was vegetarian, but they assumed that I was vegetarian as well, which is okay. I eat vegetarian most of the time, so I don't mind. Like sometimes I'll put that I'm vegetarian on things. And the only vegetarian sandwich was cucumber sandwiches. Now that's my favourite afternoon tea sandwich. I do not like cucumber at all at any other time other than in afternoon tea sandwiches. So all the sandwiches were cucumber and cream cheese. I was in absolute heaven. And then they gave us extra of everything because I think they felt bad that we were vegetarian. So we just got loads of extras. So it was a really, really nice afternoon tea. And there was only like 4 couples in the afternoon tea space because the afternoon tea is like actually in the spa. So you're like in your robes and stuff while you're having afternoon tea. It's super tranquil. Like it means you have, no phones for like 4 or 5 hours, which is exactly what I needed. They didn't have great signal at the hotel generally either. And so that meant that we did sort of properly, I say that, we'll talk about it, but I did switch off for several hours, which was really needed because it had been such a busy week and overworking and stuff. The only downside there is that the space around the pool is very small. So there were some couples who were like, I really can't stand it when people do this, but they'll like put their towels on a lounge chair even if they're not using it. And so it was really difficult to get good use of lounge chairs. So that I would say is definitely a downside of going there. It just was a small round the pool area. And then they did have another area that was round by the massage treatments, but they didn't tell us about that bit. So we could have gone around there, and we did actually hang out there after our massages because it was so much more relaxing around there because people didn't really know about it. So you weren't near the pool, but you could just lay on the lounge chairs and read and chat and stuff. So I really liked it around there and wish we'd known about it before. But yeah, we did also use the sauna and the steam room. I don't really like saunas and steam rooms too much. I can't get too hot, but it was nice to go in them for a bit. We went in the pool for a bit. I can't swim, so we don't go to the pool for that often. I just kind of splash around. But I did actually do some swimming. Stuart was being like really patient and trying to teach me to swim. So yeah, we had massage treatments. I love a massage. So we had like a 50-minute massage. It was amazing. And it was a really, really good massage, I have to say. I think it's probably the best one I've ever had. And then, yeah, we just like hung out on the lounge chairs for like an hour after that and just chatted. And then I was in my feelings because I hadn't been by my phone, and then I switched on my phone, and there was this, I won't go into it on here because it's kind of a bit weird to speak about it, but there was some stuff that was happening related to someone I know's hen do, and there was like a load of conversations that had happened while I was away from my phone. There were messages from people that were making me feel really anxious, and I just instantly dropped. It sent me completely on edge. I ended up needing to call my mum about it because I was so stressed about it. So that was a real shame because we literally just spent like 4 hours completely relaxing and detoxing and having a great time, and then it like undid all of that. But anyway, finally got that sorted, put my phone away again. And then we went for dinner in the restaurant there, which is called Harry's. And they had this guy, Ross McCurta or something, playing live music, it was really nice because it was like Valentine's weekend, it was all super coupley and it was lovely. It was just so nice. He was really good. The music was lovely. It was very, I would say, kind of Michael Bublé-esque. And yeah, it was just a really nice evening. We had an amazing fish and chips. And then we went back to the hotel, and then I just carried on reading my book. And then we went to bed pretty early because we're those kind of people. So yeah, that was nice. Then on Sunday, we were just hanging out in the hotel room, and then we had a cooked breakfast there. From what I remember, the breakfast was pretty good. Of my second cooked breakfast of the week, I think the breakfast was all right. Then I marked that we walked around the grounds. So it's a wedding venue, Horwood House, so the grounds they're all quite big and weddingy, and there's like a big like arch, not an arch, what's it called? A gazebo. It's like a gazebo that you can walk through, and they've got different flower gardens, they've got like tennis pitches and stuff like that. So we just had a bit of a walk around the grounds before we came back. It was just nice to, kind of hang out and get to see a little bit about the grounds that we were in. I would say that like if I hadn't have booked our wedding already, I definitely would have considered getting married there because the hotel rooms were so nice. But I've looked up how much weddings cost there, and it is quite expensive to get married there. So that would definitely be a downside, but I feel like I would have considered it. And I think they knew, because I think when Stuart booked our treatments, he said my fiance, and I think they were maybe hoping we were going to book our wedding there, which is maybe partly why we got upgraded. But unfortunately, we had already booked our wedding venue somewhere else. But I think I would definitely have considered getting married there. So when we got back, I then had an afternoon of wedding admin. So I'm glad that we're past this point of wedding admin, to be honest. That part of wedding admin was not particularly fun because it was a lot of decisions. It was making decisions about decor and flowers and stuff like that, and it's not the fun bit of wedding planning. Not that I found many parts of wedding planning particularly fun thus far, because I'm in a very anxious personality and I worry a lot about what people think about things we do. But yeah, this was the very not part of wedding admin, but I think we were coming to the end of it by this Sunday. So the particular thing we had was a call with Claire, who's the person who's going to be doing our decor, and she was great. She like WhatsApps me, like voice notes me, and I made her a document after this with like very clear descriptions of what I wanted her to put in our wedding, and it's like a very detailed document with like pictures and stuff. And she voice noted me afterwards and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna start using that for all my clients, which I feel like is just the most cat thing to happen. But yeah, so we had a call with Claire, which was really nice. It put me to ease a lot of like dealing with, you know, visually what our wedding is going to look like. Then we had some pizza, and then I wrote the save the dates, which is you know, obviously a pretty big thing. So I was doing that on that day. And that is it. That is the week. So I'm now just doing the deco along the top. So I did the same thing that I've been doing in all of the weeks so far in my 2023 planner, where I have been interspersing the deco with a little like accent from the foil bundle. I never use those otherwise, so it's a really fun way to use them. And I think it just kind of mixes it up a little bit, makes it a bit more visually interesting along the top. I really like how it's coming out. And yeah, that's everything for this week. As I say, I'm obsessed with this spread. I'm so happy with how it came out. And the touches of foil are just a little bit of an addition. I'm just showing you here what I've got left in the kit. I've got quite a lot because the mystery format is bigger than a normal kit. So I will definitely be saving all my extras for my like B6 album so that I can do this spread again in a smaller planner, which I love about the mystery format. But otherwise, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. If you did, I would really appreciate a like. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. In the description, I will link to all of the shops featured in today's plan with me, as well as my Instagram and my Goodreads if you want to check out any other content from me. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!